Hello class 9. Today I am going to start with a type of pollination, that is cross pollination. In previous video we study about the self pollination. Now today we start with cross pollination. What is cross pollination? Cross pollination is the transfer of pollen from anthers of flowers of one plant to the stigma of a flowers of another plant of the same species. See here anther transfer from flower to the another plant of the same species. Okay, what is cross pollination? Cross pollination is the transfer of the pollen grain from anther of the flower of one plant to the stigma of the flower of the another plant of the same species. This is cross pollination. Now advantages of cross pollination. Advantages of cross pollination. What are the advantages? First is the offsprings are healthier. The offsprings are healthier. Second, abundant and viable. The seed produced are abundant and viable. Okay. Now third is new varieties may be produced. New varieties. Now three advantages: healthier offspring, seed produced are abundant and viable, and third is new varieties. New varieties may be produced by cross pollinating two different varieties of the same species or even two species. So new varieties are formed. Now disadvantages. What are the disadvantages of the cross pollination? Not always certain, because carried by the different agent, pollen grain carried by the different agent like wind, insects and all. The pollination is not always certain, because some pollinating agent is always needed, which may or may not be available at proper time, at the time in which anther mature or pollen grain release from the anther. So means first is not always certain. Not always certain. Why not always certain? Because the pollination is not always certain, because some pollinating agent is always needed, which may or may not be available at the proper time. Now second is wastage of pollen. Wastage of pollen. Why wastage of pollen? The pollen has to be produced in large quantity to ensure the chances of pollination, which means a lot of wastage of pollination. Means pollen has to be produced in large quantity, so to ensure the chances of pollination, means some pollen waste during the mode of transmission. Third, uneconomical for the plant. Why uneconomical? Economical for the plant. Why uneconomical for the plant? Because the flower have to be large, colored, scented, and have to produce nectar for attracting pollinating agent. Why this process is uneconomical for the plant? Because the flower have to be large, colored, scented, and have to produce nectar for attracting pollinating agent. Now adaptation for cross pollination. What are the adaptations? Next is Adaptations for cross pollination. Adaptation. So now first is this pollination adapted by several means. First is unisexuality. First is means presence of either male or female reproductive part. Means for example, like in maize means unisexuality occur in maize because the presence of either male reproductive part or female reproductive part. Second is self sterility. Self sterility means the pollens of one flower cannot fertilize the egg of the same flower. Okay, what is self sterility? The pollens of one flower cannot fertilize the eggs of the same flower. Third is dichogamy. Dichogamy. In dichogamy, in bisexual flowers, the anther and the stigma matures at different time. Anther and stigma mature at different time. It is of two kind. First is protandry and second is protogyny. Protandry and protogyny. Dichogamy means in bisexual flower the anther and the stigma matures at different time. What is protandry? When stamen matures earlier than stigma. Stamens mature earlier than stigma. Andry means androecium mature early. That is protandry. Protandry stem matures early than stigma. And protogyny. Gyne means related to the female part, means stigma matures earlier than stamen. Stamen. Here what is protoandry? Stamen matures earlier than stigma. Protogyny. Stigma matures earlier than stamen. For example, protoandry, for example, is jasmine and protogyny, rose. Next is hercogamy. What is hercogamy? Stigma and stamen mature at the same time. Stigma and stamen mature at the same time, but some barrier prevents self-fertilization. Means anther and stigma or stamen or stigma matures at the same time, but there are barrier to prevent the self-fertilization. That is hercogamy. Next is heterostyle. Heterostyly, the style is either longer or shorter than the filament. Style is either longer or shorter than the filament, so that anther and stigma grow at different heights, thus preventing the self pollination. Like this, suppose this is stigma and this is anther, and this is stigma and this is anther. Means difference in the position of anther and stigma. This is stigma and this is anther. So what is heterostyly? The style is either longer or shorter than the filament. Style is either longer or shorter than the filament, so that anther and stigma grow at different height. This is anther and this is a stigma, grow at different height. That is heterostyly. Now again, what is unisexuality? Presence of either male or female reproductive part. Either one is present only, either male or either female. What is self-sterility? The pollens of one flower cannot fertilize the egg of the same flower. The pollen of one flower cannot fertilize the egg of the same flower. Dichogamy, the anther and the stigma matures at different time. Anther and stigma matures at different time. It is of two types, protoandry and protogyny. In protoandry, stamen matures earlier than the stigma. And what is protogyny? The stigma matures earlier than the stamen. Hercogamy, stigma and stamen mature at the same time, but some barrier prevents self-pollination. Heterostyly, the style in either longer or shorter than the filament, so that anther and stigma grow at different height. Anther and stigma grow at different height, thus preventing the self-pollination.